we figured that the original Momentum design from the first 3 generations was a very, let's say, a very special design, a very polarizing design. And it came from a time, I would say, when people try to express themselves with the headphone they are wearing, right? Very much. So that was kind of an era when, you know, when like really premium headphones were kind of successful, very much overhead headphones. But nowadays we figured that the majority of the people who actually want to use headphones in their everyday life, they rather want something a bit downtoned, right? A bit unobtrusive, right? So you can actually see when you look at the design of the Momentum 4, when you just put it on, it's actually clinging to the head very much, right? So it's not very, you know, it doesn't seem very big on your head, right? The other reason is a technical reason. So with this product, we really started out by saying what gives us the best chance to improve the ANC performance, for instance. Sound we are not so much worried about because we do this already for a long time. ANC we also do, but of course we said that this needs to improve in the next generation of Momentum. The same for voice pickup, the same also to a certain extent for comfort. And this was basically the starting point for this product, where we said, okay, it needs to be rather, again, unobtrusive, like a streamlined design, you know, not so obvious design, I would say. And it needs to have, for instance, a clear surface for touch control and a clear surface for ANC microphones. You see 2 ANC microphones on the outside here. You see voice pickup microphones. If you really want great performance, for instance, in ANC and voice pickup, you have to keep, there's a keep out area. You cannot put something on top of them, because then you have wind turbulences and all this stuff which disturb the performance, right? So these are the 2 reasons why we actually made that step to, you know, to change the design quite drastically. Actually, when it comes to ANC performance, you can also see that, for instance, we used a slimmer ear pad for the compared to the Momentum 3. This is a requirement for the ANC performance, right? So from Momentum 3 to Momentum 4, we have significantly improved the ANC performance. And this is one of the reasons, you know, the ear pads, they are always a source of noise coming through, right? So you need to keep them small, slim, but at the same time comfortable to wear, right? There's so many reasons for this design also coming from a technical level, right? First of all, of course, sound. I think this is something everybody should try. I mean, sound is a very subjective thing, of course, right? But we give you a great starting point with this product, so we think that many people will actually love the sound of the product out of the box already. But then we give you the opportunity with a EQ or simple tests that you can make in the app to optimize the sound to your own taste. So sound is definitely something that's worth testing the product for, right? Another thing is the battery life. So if you're worried about battery life for any of your products, this is the one to go for. We have 60 hours of battery life. And that means 60 hours listening to music without stop, and ANC and Bluetooth on all the time, right? I would say what I love this product for is like the combination of its features and the level they are playing on. Like sound definitely and battery life, they are kind of sticking out of all the products that are in the market. But also ANC is great. I wouldn't say we have the greatest ANC of all products, but we are in the top 2 or 3. When it comes to comfort, wearing comfort, this is one of the best products you can get. When it comes to usability, Bluetooth range and all this stuff, it's all really top notch, right? So I would say this is a great combination that everybody should be happy with. There's one function I like very much, and that is what we call the auto power off, right? So not actually the auto power off, that is something we need. So if you let the product lie around for like 15 minutes, it will turn off power. It will go to power saving mode, right? But you can wake it up by just touching it. And that is really, I love that really, you know, because you just touch it and it turns on, you put it on and then you hear the sound that it's coming to life again, right? Because we don't want people to have to think about switching off a headphone or switching it on, right? If you don't want this, you just let it lie somewhere and you wait and it turns off. So you don't need to worry about anything. That's pretty cool, right? And this, I love this little magic, like you touch it and then it turns on. This is basically for what we call the premium headphones. This is kind of our flagship speaker. Our audiophile speakers of a similar size. I mean, we also have bigger speakers for other models, more expensive models. I mean, first of all, the sound, because it's audiophile inspired, I would say, right? The sound performance, the starting point from which you develop the acoustical design around it is really great. Quite a big size. For ANC, ideally two things. You need a lot of area to cover, right? And a lot of translation of the diaphragm to move, right? Because especially at low frequencies, you have a lot of sound to work against, right? From outside, right? So you need movement and you need area. And this speaker really combines both of that with a really great sound quality. I think the most challenging thing was that in the meantime we had the pandemic, basically, right? All our engineers, instead of working in the office together, which we were used to when we started out with the product, we all sat in one area. We had meetings, like we saw each other every day. And then suddenly we were asked to work from home, and everything was going through, Microsoft Teams and video chats and all this stuff. And I was a bit skeptic in the beginning whether this would work, because you cannot really talk to each other anymore. It turned out to be actually quite good, okay for us. It was a big challenge, definitely, because usually you need to point at things and touch things when you develop a product like this. I think that was, compared to the other products I have worked on, that was the most challenging part of that. I think if you compare it, it's very similar to the Momentum 3. It's just a bit toned down on the bass, a neutral frequency response that you can hear, a little more in the bass, I would say, but not as much as the Momentum 3. More punchy. Sound is something very subjective, right? So again, we have an app that you can use to tune the sound to your liking. If you are kind of an expert, you can move on an equalizer, you can say what you want to have. But even for people who are not experts, there's something, for instance, we call sound check, where you hear certain clips from your music and you do an A/B comparison, and you do this 3 or 4 or 5 times, and then the app suggests you an EQ setting, right? So there's many ways to tune that to your liking. And there are also presets for different genres of music as well. Yeah, it's a rather neutral sound that brings out the like a big transparency. If you hear some music with different instruments playing, it gives you the opportunity to hear every detail. That's really amazing. I think we have a great sound stage. So what we did in this product compared to Momentum 3, we tilted the speaker a tiny little bit towards the ears. What is happening acoustically behind is extremely complex, but it just, in our experience, this actually helps to channel the sound more into your ears, and it also gives you a bigger stage, that you can listen to. And it's kind of better resolution, if you know what I mean, right? A resolution of the different instruments playing in different positions. I always tell the story. I got my first acoustical sample when our acoustical engineer said, "This is what we would like to do." And I was listening to this and I was blown away. I got goosebumps all over the place. It's really fun. I'm not the guy who is saying you should buy this headphones. This is a very personal thing, right? You don't tell anybody this is the right shoe. You have to try it out. But I'm very confident that if people try this out and listen to their favorite music on this product, they will love it and they will want to have one. I would say all of them, not all of them. Of course, you cannot do this for all of them, but let's say we try to be agnostic of the source that you listen to. When the product is almost done and you do a lot of software checks and all this stuff, immense testing going on with 5, 6, 7, 10 different Android phones, with different iPhones, with PCs, with tablets, with dongles, everything. We as a headphone manufacturer, we have to trust that whatever comes out of this device, the AG, the audio gateway in Bluetooth, right, language, whatever comes out of this device is the best that this device can deliver, and is not kind of changing the sound or anything, right? Devices that reproduce music, via Bluetooth, they are rather neutral, right? Unless you do some equalizing in the device already. So everything out of that, we try to make the best out of it, and then of course we try to support as many codecs as possible. So for this one we have SBC, which is kind of the AAC, aptX, and also aptX adaptive now, right? Which is kind of can go from high definition to low latency depending on the content that you're listening to. Yeah. Thank you a lot. Thanks a lot. Yeah.